12 years ago this week, we lost our GLA Wings campus to a devastating fire. The 5-alarm blaze took everything, not even a paperclip survived. We were a few months away from finishing construction on what would become GLA West. What a coincidence! 12 years ago, GLA was in transition, preparing to move into an ultramodern facility so we could better serve our scholars and their families. GLA is again in transition. On Friday, at a School District of Philadelphia board meeting, we will present our plans for the Global Leadership Academy International Charter High School to better serve our scholars and their families. 2 years later, the very week of the fire's anniversary, our PR consultant from Sylvia Marketing and Public Relations came into my office, lugging a briefcase on rollers. The briefcase was packed with copies of the Philadelphia Business Journal. Inside was a feature story with Dr. Tamika Evans and me in a photo under a headline that read, "A Charter School Rises from the Ashes." Back then, the internet was not as omnipresent, hence the multiple copies were for us to hand out to others. That headline stopped me in my tracks. The reason GLA exists today is that a failed charter school was facing collapse. The school was in disrepair, the students were failing, and administrators were in trouble with the law. It would have been right to shutter the school for all intents and purposes. I was enjoying running my own educational consultancy, working with school leaders throughout the tri-state area, when School District of Philadelphia officials asked me to step in to transform the failed charter school. I had spent 30 years in the district, from homeroom teacher to building principal to assistant superintendent, and I wanted to do my own thing, my own way, at my own pace. But when they referenced the work that I had done in transforming several failed district schools as principal and cluster leader, I knew I had to step in. And so, I brought a talented team with me, got to work, and the rest is history that is still in the making as we add our high school. When you think about it, GLA is like the Phoenix of old. We could have walked away from the students, but we had a vision. Today, GLA is the only K-8 public school in the United States that takes inner-city children from their 10-block radius and sends them throughout the U.S., Canada, and overseas to see the world they will lead. We have dismantled the school-to-prison pipeline that once ran through West Philadelphia, put in its place opportunity, and changed lives. Our first several classes are now adults. Most have gone on to attend Philadelphia's best higher learning institutions, America's top HBCUs, and highly rated trade schools. And many of them are forging their way to becoming leaders in their chosen fields. GLA survived a historic fire, a brain aneurysm that put me in surgery for 9 hours, and a few other hardships. But, in life, we're put on a battlefield, not a playground. It's been said that getting knocked down doesn't matter, it's how many times you get back up. I would add that what matters most is how you get back up. For us, the only way to get back up was to fly through the flames and rise to heights we could never have obtained had we not been put through the fire. GLA has indeed risen from the ashes. We have overcome the toughest times and come out on the other side. And now, we begin a new chapter as we forge ahead with the Global Leadership Academy International Charter High School. I do not know what the future holds, but I know this: whatever storms we may need to weather, we'll continue forward and complete the mission we've been given, preparing the future leaders of the world.